Hello, this is Bagwan Gray for Gray Man Media, and as you've already heard, Maurice White, frontman and founding member of the legendary soul band Earth, Wind & Fire, has passed away from complications to Parkinson's disease. He died in his home today and was surrounded by family and friends. It just gets you thinking about how many people have already died from this debilitating illness, as well as who is still living with it and fighting on. Maurice White in particular has been fighting this illness for the last 30 years, since at least the 80s when he first discovered he had it. And he, though, attempted to join with his bandmates to go on concert tours. At some point, he had to focus more on trying to fight this illness, and he's been fighting it for the last 20 years. Unfortunately, he was not able to fight anymore, and he had died today. There have been many who have died from this disease, or at least died while having this disease. Those like Johnny Cash, Jim Backus, otherwise known as Mr. Magoo or Thurston Howell III, James Doolan, you may know him as Scotty from Star Trek, Bob Haskins, you may know him, of course, for his role in the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and of course his role with Denzel Washington in that movie where, well, Denzel Washington played the black ghost to him. Other notable personalities who have died from this illness include Casey Kasem. You may know him, of course, for Casey's Top 40 and his numerous voiceover roles. Shaggy, Cliff Jumper, I can go on. Vincent Price. I will admit I didn't know he had it, so it's one of those weird ones, but here's an even weirder one. Robin Williams had Parkinson's. Now, this was very much underreported as far as what he went through. Now, he went through a lot of depression. He went through a lot of financial issues. He went through a lot of stuff. But, he definitely went through a lot of drugs. But Parkinson's was not one of those famed ones that we knew he suffered through, which goes to really show what he had to endure in his life. But let's remember those who are still fighting this illness. Those like, of course, Muhammad Ali and Michael J. Fox. Now, they are, of course, the synonymous representatives of those who are currently fighting this ravaging illness. But there might be others you don't know who have it. Those like President George H.W. Bush, Billy Graham, Kurt Gibson, Janet Reno, Linda Ronstadt, Billy Connolly, otherwise known as Howard Hessman's replacement for head of the class, or, of course, the substitute teacher, but that's another joke. Freddie Roach, and for those fans of wrestling, Masa Saito. Now, that I didn't know. Again, now there's another one that you didn't know was going through this. There are a lot of famous people. There are probably a lot of people that go through this, but as far as being famous, the ones that you don't know that deal with this are the ones that are always going to shock you when they die. But anyway, Maurice White had basically battled this whole illness for 30, possibly 40 years. He suffered through the shakes, debilitating pain, and everything that comes with this. He had basically retreated to the privacy of his own personal life to try to fight this. He didn't really want to seek fame and fortune, and though many probably knew he had it, it was underreported as far as why he was not in the spotlight, why he didn't perform with his bandmates, why you didn't see him as much. Some people knew, but not everyone else was aware of it. And really, that has a lot to do with the fact that diseases like this create a lot of speculation amongst people. People don't want to be seen with this illness. People don't want to be seen shaking all the time, basically losing control of their motor functions. I mean, it must have been rough for someone like Maurice or anyone that basically has to go through this every day, feeling like you're going to lose control of your own body and your own muscles and not being able to move freely as you want, lose control of your very body. And I would say that would be something that would make you want to at least retreat to the privacy of your own home so you don't have to have everyone knowing what you go through. I mean, probably a lot of his friends and colleagues and bandmates knew about this, but it wasn't something that basically drew the national spotlight, which I do believe he preferred. Anyway, Maurice White, born December 19th, 1941, died February 4th, 2016.